Map. A lot of people in the chat have already counted him out. Are we gonna see him pull off the upset that Root need? The red town play in the upper right hand corner of the map. It's Kelazhur. What does he decide to do here on Cactus Valley? It's down to the bottom right. mYinsanity's Rain is his opponent. Okay, so we spawn in vertical spawns here, and it's not really too important. I mean, the fed base, whichever fed base you take, it's pretty much the same, of course, with the way the map is designed. So command center first going to be dropped here from Kelazhur, so looking to get a strong macro opening here. As it's just going to keep on building some SCVs. In with a gateway opening, and well, it's going to be a bit of a slow start while we wait for this game to start up, especially without any kind of early reaper or anything. There's not really going to be much going on, neither play, even scouting right now. So again, sorry about the sounds going suddenly loud, guys. I didn't really expect. I didn't really think about the whole server change thing, so I do apologise for that. Again, it's new setup here on my laptop, and not really used to it all just yet, and I tell you what, I cannot wait to get back home with my computer. I didn't realise how much I would miss it. I don't know when I'm going to go back home, when I say back home, back to uni. I don't know when I'm going back to uni though, maybe Monday, maybe not. See how I'm feeling, see what I fancy. Okay, so yeah, sorry about the sounds, again. I changed them as soon as you guys mentioned it. It was just stream delay, of course, it's like 2 minutes. That's one of the worst things about stream delays, because if you've got a stream with like a higher delay than 2 minutes, like if you stream with like a 5-minute delay or something, man, it sucks if something goes wrong, because you just don't realise for so long. It's so crappy. Rain coming in here, he sees that it's a command center first, and that's all the information he needs from this probe, which did scout his opponent in the first position he went in. And Kelazhur also getting fortunate with his scout. Getting in here, sees that Nexus already on the way down, and there's not really much he really needs to see about this, although what is interesting is his follow-up from the CC first. Instead of going for the standard 2 racks follow-up from command center first, we do actually see the gas coming down. So single racks, then a gas, and straight into a factory here. So it's going to be interesting to see what this leads to for Kelazhur. Rain going to be popping down the robo facility right now. And with this, we'll have a look-see to see what Rain might be looking to do. I mean, it's a fairly fast robo facility from Rain in all honesty. I mean, pre-5-minute robo, very early here. Mothership core is out, we've got a stalker on the way, but we don't even have warp gate started. You know, that's how early this robo facility is right now from Rain. And he's now taking his extra gas super early in this game as well. I wonder if there's going to be a super fast robo bay and super fast Colossus drop or something along those lines. It's going to be an observer to start things off, so once you go and scout what his opponent is getting up to. Starport now starting to build from Kelazhur, and we still don't see warp gate here from Rain. No warp gate. That's going to be detrimental. And that's part of his build, which you kind of feel like it might be, like, because he's putting this robo bait down so early on. But I mean, yeah, he's tight on gas, but he's not that tight on gas. You know, he's got 50, 100 right now, and he still isn't starting it. Yeah, now he starts it. 6 for, I guess. Is this just a build? I guess so. I mean, if he's just going to rely on Colossus drops early on, he doesn't really need warp gate early. So, I guess this just could be his build. I haven't really had a chance to watch much TVP lately. I haven't seen this, honestly. This is played on the American server, guys, so the latency issues should be at a minimum. As the first mine gets picked up here, second mine as well. Kelazhur are going to start heading across the map for this drop play. You know, start setting this up. First Colossus on the way out here then for Rain. That warp gate now 40% of the way done. So, I mean, again, it just looks as though he just doesn't really need it early on. It's just part of his build. So, of course, Rain doesn't get warp gate. Of course he doesn't. So yeah, here we go. The mine's going to start dropping off here. The first one burrows, the second one as well. Oh, They actually spawn in like the worst possible position. And ooh, okay, the second line just manages to grab a couple of kills. So the Stalker's going to chase that medevac. The medevac will just get away. The Rain dealt with that very well, and only 2 workers killed here, and sends his probes back to mining. No real issues early on, and again, these very early Colossi on the way out. He's already got one now at the 8:30 mark, and a second on the way. Extended thermal lance now starts as well. This is crazy. Like, such fast Colossi, and you can only feel that he wants to build up towards some kind of timing attack here of these. Otherwise, why would you need to get your Colossi out so early on? And there's the extra gateway starting to come down, so it's going up to 5 gates now. Scan comes down from Kelazhur. He sees the observer, but he just gets away. A big mistake from him there, really messing that one up. And Marine just going to keep that alive. He sees a third CC of his opponent coming down. And what did Kelazhur actually see before? Did he see? He saw the Robo facility. He has no idea about the Colossus production of the Robo Bay, though. I don't think he realizes quite how early this is in this game. 6 gates total. And does Rain just move across the map with this? Does he just go kill his opponent? I really feel as though he does. Like, why else do you make these Colossi so early on? He's got an observer at the front. He doesn't really have a step drop coming in right now, which he has to deal with. He doesn't have any kind of further tech behind this though, right? So as these mines go off, 2 more kills, and he's will get cleaned up. Medevac once again escaping. Pulls Rain back for a couple of moments. You know, Rain doesn't have a probe out on the map. Okay, he has one over here, so he is starting to move forwards with this. He is looking for a for something aggressive, but I think Kelazhur is starting to realize this, man. Like, he saw 2 Colossi already at this point in the game, cleaning up his cleaning up, and he's going to drop the bunkers in the natural mineral line. Scan comes down. He will clean up that observer, and he will think about pulling back. Sends a single Marine forwards, and this is really nice to see this coming in. Oh, okay, he sees it. He sees the army there from his opponent now. Stim +1. You know, forcing Rain to pull back initially has done so much for him here. He's actually going to get Stim and +1 finishing here, and his bunkers. You know, the first bunker does 4, but, you know, as long as he just keeps repairing the rest of his bunkers here, he's got Vikings up as well. He should really be fighting with these Vikings. If he holds them over the bunkers, the Stalkers shouldn't be able to get in range. And yeah, you can see the Colossi realizing this, do back off. He knows he can't really come forward, so he's going to try and go for it now, but another couple of shots on the Vikings. 3 bunkers here. Kelazhur has realized this just about in time. And, wow. Back at home, Rain starts to realize that this isn't working out for him. Drops the Double Forge, drops the Twilight Council, drops the Warp Prism as well. And, wow, look at this. This is quite cool. Some low ground aggression. 3 Vikings now in total. And again, Kelazhur, he's got Stim, he's got +1. But it's so hard for him to actually ever move out of his natural in this position because, you know, it's such a narrow choke point. You can't really ever afford to kind of run out here when there's 2 Colossi which are going to be firing on him. I wonder what he does go for here in the long run though. He scans, he sees this army starting to move away a little bit. And now is a perfect opportunity for him to actually move out of his base. I think he's got enough army to move out onto the map and contest this army of Rain, who's now adding on, he's got a 3rd Colossus, he's now adding on an Immortal. Warp Prism will load up a handful of Zealots and he'll send them towards the natural to keep Kelazhur busy. Pylon getting cleaned out by Kelazhur as well right now. And he will supply block Rain with this, and he's got a 3rd command center behind all of this, guys, so he's in a pretty good spot here as he sends some SCVs over to the 3rd base. This has actually been an insanely good start to this from Kelazhur. He holds on that aggression. Rain does very minimal amount of damage. And all because he sent another mine drop across the map. How many Vikings are we talking? We're talking 8 Vikings. And he's going to about have 1-1 as well. He's just going to, I mean, he's got an armory coming up, so he's not just going to pull the boys or anything. Where's that Warp Prism? The Warp Prism waiting just until the Terran player moves out here. He's actually going to start heading towards the main base, so he's going to drop in the natural. He's going to be in towards the main base. And Viking comes out, so he should be able to start turning onto this. But he's actually supply blocked, which means he's got no reinforcements coming in for so long. And these Zealots are going to do so much damage. His reinforcements aren't going to be here for ages. Scanning here. Might be able to kill the 3rd base though, but he's going to take a lot of damage back at home in the meantime. Some Marines finally starting up, and Viking does land to try and help out. Vikings going to start leading the way here. Some force fields go down, and Kelazhur's taking a lot of damage here initially. The Vikings going to continue flying forwards. They're going for the next Colossus. They've taken down 2. There's going to be a 3rd going down here in a moment. And now there's just Stalkers and a couple of Immortals. Does Rain have enough to hold on? He's ran out of force fields. The Warp Prism comes back home. He gets taken out, and he's going to lose his Immortals here. But I don't think Kelazhur has enough to really continue this. He drops his Vikings in the back, but they're going to get taken out very quickly. And Kelazhur has to just go back home. How much damage is really done here by these Zealots? They're not too much, only a few more workers killed. Kelazhur really shouldn't have committed in here. When Rain force fielded himself off, he should have been over here and killing this third base instead. Maybe just got a bit greedy, but he killed every single Colossus, which is really, really nice. He resets the tech count here from Rain, but now Rain starts 2-2 upgrades, so he's starting to kind of even things up a little bit in this game. And he's got Temple Archives on the way, so he's starting to tech switch as well. As second starport is up, extra barracks being put down by Kelazhur. He is just sorting out his saturation a little bit here between his natural and main base. A couple of mines being added onto the composition as well right now. These upgrades are going to start getting out of hand for Rain though, with 2-2 already started and no sign of 2-2 for the Terran player. Of course, Rain can chrono boost these 2-2 upgrades as well if he wants to get them out a little bit faster, but he's actually rebuilding his Colossus count right now and focusing the chrono boost on the Storm upgrade as well. As Kelazhur moves out for round 2, maybe it's time to pull the boys if he just doesn't have... I mean, he hasn't started upgrades, but he's starting barracks and... he's supply blocked again on 137. This is exactly where he was supply blocked before, and he's just not realised it yet. Okay, he's actually had a single depot finish. Okay, he's got 3 depots building now. Moving across the map once again here. Is he going to be able to make this work? There's one Colossus out and a second on the way. He's going to scan. I guess he can drop these couple of Widow Mines. He's still on the Sims forwards with this army. He's first... I mean, he needs to be so careful here. These Vikings are just going to commit onto his Colossus. It's going to go down, guys. And this third base for Rain is going to fall. Rain's going to lose a Stalker there to that mine. And oh, there's so many probes over here. It's just going to get picked off. And he picks off 14 workers in total. Kelazhur moving away right now. And, well, Storm is still in the game now for Rain. So, he's got a single Colossus. He's got Storms. But he doesn't have a third base. And Kelazhur, what did he do? I mean, he still hasn't started up his 2-2 upgrades. You know, did he lose his armory or something? No, he's got the armory. He's got the engineering bay. He just still hasn't started this. And I wonder if it's just... I don't know, he's at such a lead right now, but, you know, the longer he just sits behind on upgrades, etc., the longer he's just going to start throwing this away for. Or the more he's going to start throwing this away. That last sentence didn't really make much sense, really, did it? Never mind, looked as though it got shot off there. How many Templar are we looking at here for Rain? 8 High Templar. And all of them are pretty much loaded on energy, so he's going to have at least 8 Storms, if not more, but a big drop in towards the main base, and Rain not ready for this at all. Starts to walk in a couple of Zealots. Mothership Core, non-existent right now on this map, and Kelazhur is going to take down a couple of pylons. He's going to take down this gateway as well, potentially, and moving forwards, he might want to try and get that Colossus. Now, these medevacks, they look as though they've got enough energy in them so that they won't get killed off by a couple of feedbacks. And Kelazhur trying to push the front at the same time, not able to do too much here. Getting hit by a couple of Storms. There's a couple more Storms to build. He's good. Alright, comes in once again. The Storm warns this army away. And Kelazhur will just have to back off away from this. So action all over the place. Kelazhur testing the waters here. And maybe just getting a little bit excited. I mean, he is in a really good position still. Despite the lack of upgrades, he's still in an alright position. But Colossus count is being built up here again by Rain. He's on to 2 now. And there's still a decent amount of Templar as well. Up to 5 in total, I think. Unless he's got one over towards this third base. Now, a drop towards this third base could be nice, and into the main as well. They're separated. You know, the distance between them is pretty huge, so that's something to watch out for. Yeah, there's no... Okay, there's, what, 2 Vikings? 2 Vikings against 2 Colossi, and a third just starting up. Scans, sees this composition, he starts up some more Vikings. He's got such a large army, and he scans, and he's going to pick up a lot of units into his army, which is going to go over towards this right hand side. He's going to see this Zealot, which is moving forwards, and that's actually pretty nice. The Zealot's going to get blown up, so it doesn't get a chance to see these medevacs. Because taking 2 expansions right now, so continuing to expand. Oh no, Rain! Blinks away just at the wrong moment there. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The medevacs, they need to boost into the main base right now, but there's kind of a couple of High Templar here and some Zealots. What's going to happen? The first Storm actually just gets baited out. Ooh, this mine hit could have been huge there. And these medevacs still just going to sit over to this right hand side, going to come back now. Perhaps drop off. The Viking count has been increasing here as Kelazhur approaches being maxed out. Again, he is down at just 1-1 upgrades. He's finally started his +2 attack. And, well... Again, Rain's army doesn't look so big, but he's got so many Storms available, and that's going to be the real issue in any kind of engagement. He's moving over to this right hand side, where these 4 medevacs are just sat, and, well, there's an army moving over to the left, and that's something which, you know, he has to deal with right here. These Templar, they don't have energy for Storms, so they have to move into Templars, and Rain is on the way back over to this left-hand side, and now Kelazhur's just going to get out of there. He's just going to start moving away, and at the same time, he should be picking up these units. He should be heading in towards the main base with this, just trying to pull Rain apart with the multitasking. Rain just sat here on these 3 bases still. And he's, I mean, Kelazhur's maxed out at this point. It's time for him to really start making things happen. He's about to get +2 attack. 3-3 starts up for Rain. He's getting charged now as well as Kelazhur has bases all over the place. He's got this base set up nice and happy to the north side, to the east as well. He does have this base set up. Bases don't mean much in TVP though if you can't take one good fight. So Rain is definitely not out of this yet. He's got an army and that's all you need in TVP to make something happen a lot of the time. Viking count only 4 against 3 Colossi. He's really kind of underestimating the number of Colossi here, I feel. The defensive units still in the main base from Rain. Maybe just send a couple of drops over to this left side. I mean, yeah, okay, there's Temple all over. I actually have a mine coming in here. Only picked up 1 kill, sorry, didn't quite see that when it was happening. +2 attack has now finished for Kelazhur. He's moving forwards once again. He scans, he sees the army, he knows where it is. And he's just got to realise here that he just needs something more. Single stalker will get cleaned out, and here he goes. Some storms going to start coming down. The MPs and snipes coming down as well, though. And all of a sudden, a lot of the Templar are gone. There's a lot of Templar over to his left-hand side, which will start to drop a storm. And Rain needs to be, well, sorry, Kelazhur needs to be careful. He's going to just need to drop a couple of storms here. There's not much to tank for these Colossi. But Kelazhur is so afraid of what could be lying in wait there. And he needs to be so careful, of course, as there's 1 Templar grabs the edge of the army, but another snipe comes down. There's 3 Colossi, and that's the main issue here. Kelazhur can't really contest against this. He's going to come in, he's going to kill his 3rd base again, almost definitely. Rain's going to start coming in with the rest of his army. Kelazhur, if he gets into a concave here, maybe he can make this happen, but there's nothing to really contest with these Colossi. But is there just kind of enough kind of lack of zealots so that Kelazhur can maybe move forwards and take this on? It looks as though he can't really. He's losing everything. He needs to just boost out of there with the medevacs. With some Vikings there, he would have maybe had that fight. He killed 13 probes though. At the same time, a little bit of damage going down onto this command center over here. His 4th base not able to be used just yet. A couple of ghosts in the middle of nowhere, and it doesn't have cloak, and they will go down. So a couple of ghosts going down for no real reason. Vikings being made right now. Kelazhur does have reinforcements coming in. You got to remember, he's been on these 4/5 bases for a little while now, so he does have money. But again, he's now 2-1 against 3-3. Rain's upgrades are pretty sick in comparison to the Templar. He scans here, he sees these Templar out of energy though. And if the Viking count increasing and not too many Stalkers, honestly, this is a fight he could definitely start to take. I think Rain needs to back off out of this, and he does. There's no anti-air here really to protect these Colossi, so I mean, if Kelazhur had realised this, he maybe could have got something done about it. 2 Zealots to the north side will not really achieve anything at all, as 3 medevacs going to load up. Where are they going to go? The long way around towards the 3rd base, while he pressures towards this 4th? That's definitely a possibility. Actually just unloads right here, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe thinking that there's going to be more than just 2 Zealots moving forwards. But them 2 Zealots do just get cleaned out. Kelazhur sits ahead and supplies still in this game. Scan comes down, he sees the army moving forwards. There's still not much anti-air here. There really isn't much anti-air at all. If Kelazhur just comes in and fights this, especially with a planetary force, if he hits an EMP on these Templar, that could be huge, but the feedback comes down, keeping it alive. And well, there's still storms available, and that's the scary thing for Kelazhur to deal with. A lot of his army over to this left-hand side, though. Rain has nothing in position to this left-hand side. He's got everything focused on this attack. He's got units all over the place that just aren't really doing anything. 1 Colossus over here, that's not going to help, and these units, all these workers are going to start going down. This Colossus could get chased as well. Kelazhur just interested in the probes, and maybe the Nexus as well. He's going to get the Nexus. The Colossus being chased away. Kelazhur not quite paying enough attention there, and so the Colossus will just survive. And 16 more probes have gone down though, so Rain's still struggling here on his economy. Only 42 workers against the 69 of Kelazhur, who moving forwards now. He surely must have just seen this. He's got to be so careful of the ghosts again. He needs to get a cloak for these ghosts, keep them alive. As this army for Rain moves back once more. So, drop in towards the natural now, looking to kill the Twilight Council. Not going to be that useful of a pickup. These units actually just going to end up trading against whatever gateway units they can find. But at the same time, moving forwards here, a couple of snipes starting to come down, but big storm on the Vikings, and that should be a sign for our town player to just go home, repair those up, because those Vikings are not going to stand a chance against any number of Stalkers. Brills the SCVs over, he knows he needs to repair these, as Rain realizes that this is maybe his chance as well. He's starting to get sniped though, and he's actually using a lot of these Templar, these Colossi as well, in a bit of trouble. And ooh, a couple of mines picking off some of this army as well. Rain is still down and kind of, you know, struggling a little bit here, guys. He is still down like 50, 60 supply. Another storm coming in here, and these storms are really good to kind of water down his opponent away, and so much damage being done. He takes off that base as well. This base to the north side is something he's just not been able to move towards though. Rain sat on this base as his only mining base right now. Natural is gone. Main base is gone. He has 31 probes, and that is it. So, Rain here sits down. 55 supply in this game, and moving forwards we have Stalkers, Carcon, some Templar, Colossi. The Colossi the real issue. I feel out of everything. A couple of snipers will come down once again, and another couple of Templar fall. As Ghost, oh, big storm taking down a lot of them here. But what's really in this army? How much anti-air is there? There's a fair few Stalkers and 3 High Templar as well. And that means that Kelazhur is struggling to move forwards into this. He's moving his main base over towards this, over here. I'd like to see him just build a command center up here, right? Because if he had a command center up there with the Plasma Planetary, Rain's never really contested that position at all. As again, a couple of EMPs come down and Archon gets sniped off. Some SCVs are falling here for Kelazhur, who maybe just needs to go for it. In fact, there's no storms anymore, and the Vikings are going to chase these Colossi down. These Stalkers need to turn around and blink underneath them, and they need to stop protecting these Colossi. But here come the Marauders, here come the Marines, and these Colossi taking a lot of damage because Kelazhur turns around with half of the Vikings. He's going to stim forwards. He's actually going to start fighting this, or is he not? I'm not actually too sure. A couple of mines are going to go off. The Viking count is still there, and he's still taking down the Colossi. He's going to take down every single Colossus. He's going to stim forwards. We're going to go to an ace match, Kelazhur. He takes down Rain. We're going to a